Welcome back to episode 27 of the Block Runner podcast. I am your host, William, with your co-host, Iman.
What's up?
And today we're bringing the developer, the brains and the engine behind all our DCL creations thus far, Oscar, also known as Corv.
Yep. You can find me on the Discord.
At Corv.
At any hour of the day, because this guy does not sleep.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Yeah, I'm a little addicted to DCL.
Just a little.
For good reason, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk a lot about it.
But it's also just, it's fun. Is it fun?
Yeah. Well, my original background is game development, so...
Yeah, there you go. Fucking gaming, man.
It comes around circle, right?
Yeah, we're at full... Is that what they say?
Circle.
Full circle.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the games that we want to release for the Game Jam is going to be based off of one of the original games that I released for Android that got over 1.5 million downloads, so... We'll see what DCL thinks about those numbers.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll hopefully see something similar once everything gets on live.
1.5 million downloads?
Dude, just wait.
It's probably at more.
Wait, there's no downloading going on, though.
No, but we get 1.5 million visitors.
That's true.
Well,
Same
yeah,
shit, right?
And the Game Jam is actually about to begin in 1 hour.
About 30 minutes.
Yeah, 30.
Really?
In 30
So
minutes.
what's gonna happen? I just asked you guys this. What do you mean? Like, what's happening?
It's gonna be like a festival concert and
fucking
in
Coldplay shows up or what?
Coldplay
in the digital metaverse.
Yeah. No,
Dude.
I think what happens is people can start submitting their creations, and
Just submitting.
yeah,
I thought everything was already submitted. And like now is the time to start judging things.
no, you got 2 weeks to build stuff, submit stuff, and then at the end of the 2 weeks, it's locked.
This is kind of like a hackathon,
Basically,
but like not in an actual building.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, true.
I mean,
Online hackathon. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
I don't know if we want to say how many things we're building, but we're building more than one, less than 1 million. And
Yeah, it's all on my shoulders. That's why I need all the assistance that I can get.
yeah.
AKA credit card.
I need your fiat currency.
Yeah,
Assistance.
I got you.
We already got fed with some.
Some Impossible Burger King.
Yep.
Do you guys want to see the video?
Yeah, go ahead. While I
Oh, you already have it?
Yeah, here it is.
Okay.
while
Look
we
at
get situated here.
So let's react to this. This happened.
There we
Okay.
I'm on.
We're
live.
You're
All right.
live.
This is my first test. This is the Impossible Burger,
Impossible
which is what
Burger.
describe Oscar. What am I about to experience?
Your phone quality actually pretty.
Well, same thing
pretty
that
nice,
I just
dude.
experienced.
I'm impressed.
Some
I mean,
a
it's,
burger that tastes like it's plants that taste like beef.
it's supposed to be like when I bite into this bitch, like I can't even tell the difference, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, you'll tell some difference, but it's so similar to beef that you're never gonna go back.
Dude, it has definitely like a unique smell.
All right, pause
Getting
it.
high.
The smell I was smelling at the time, it smells like dog food, like for real. That's what I related it to. Like when you smell a beef patty, dude, it smells like murdered cow, right? It smells delicious.
Yeah.
Because it's something, it smells like death.
Carcass.
So I'm used to that. So when I was smelling that, it was new, it was foreign. I still not like. Maybe I'll get used to it. But as you'll see in the video, at first was a little iffy on the taste. The deeper you got into that burger, though, the better it tasted.
Yeah.
I'm huffing the shit out of this. Okay, let's go.
He's getting high off of the smell.
Number one.
Yeah, it smelled like freaking chemicals.
So right now, the video is showing Iman eating the first burger, which is the Impossible Burger.
My first mukbang ever.
All right, that's one bite. Now you got to do the other one.
Would you call that meat if you didn't know?
I
Uh-oh.
was choking.
Holy shit, I'm choking. No, I'm playing. Hold on, man. I gotta let that savor for a second.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts? What's the texture like?
It was a little dry. Honestly.
Yeah, the way they cook these, like at this Burger King, it definitely tastes different than the ones I usually get from my house.
Really?
So they're usually a little
Think they're a
juicier.
little overcooked, maybe?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah,
if
they're
you taste
definitely
it-
flavor. Yeah, it's a good
Take a
balance.
look at it, Cam.
And the last one I got was
There we
actually undercooked.
I mean, that's a little
But it's
crispy on the
it's
edges, right?
plants.
Maybe a little over.
Yeah.
And that's not a problem. Like you can eat it
That's all
raw.
plants right there.
Yeah.
This is all plants? Or it's like plant-based meat substitute.
Look how
essentially.
circular it is.
Yeah, it's like too perfect, right?
Yeah,
All right.
Arti-
Not bad.
artificial.
It was tasty. I'm not like pissed off or anything. Like, dude, that's gross. Nah,
All right, here comes the bite.
This is
The
the
OG.
Whopper
The
original, the
controversial.
classic.
The,
nut- or
the OG Whopper.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing special. I've been eating that for 29
Oh,
years.
I put too much tomato there.
I really did.
BK is actually my favorite fast food.
You know what? I like it too, man. Everyone shits on Burger King all the time.
Man, that's all
Ooh.
beef
Like
right
the
there.
world.
Supposedly.
Hold on, let me.
Bring them here.
For real, man.
So what is the world thing? What's the best?
Does it
Fast
taste
food.
similarly like
Like In-N-Out Burger.
Dude, that place
this
sucks,
one's dry
dude.
too.
I wasn't impressed
sure,
by
right?
In-N-Out
So
either.
at least that's out of the picture.
California has
Yeah,
like White
it's,
Castle.
it's not the patty's fault.
I've never had a
Whoever
White
cooked
Castle
these,
burger.
like,
Yeah, they just didn't do it right.
no wonder they took so fucking long, dude.
Yeah,
They're just
sure.
sitting there just overcooking these houses.
Yeah, so true. They took a while.
Yeah,
So,
it
but
wasn't.
I
beyond
don't know what
that,
to say about it,
wasn't the
dude.
best
It's
do,
like,
cooking
do they taste
skill.
similar?
you know, dude, this doesn't have much flavor, honestly. This burger patty's kind of iffy.
Now I'm
I like
just
it.
finding an
Too,
excuse to
because
keep eating, pretty
You
much.
get to enjoy the
It's like I gotta
combinations in this
compare.
one. It's Impossible Burger.
This one has more flavor, I think.
Yeah, so that's why I enjoy it more. Like,
Okay, oh
sometimes
yeah.
when you get
Here comes
beef,
just
it
the-
overpowers
the
everything
meat.
else that the burger has.
Oh man, that was weird though when you just tried the patty by itself. Wow. Texture
yeah.
is pretty close to meat. Not exactly. It's pretty fucking close though. But yeah.
All right, well, that's the Impossible Burger versus the classic Whopper.
Yeah, I just freaking
Yeah, the
glut
Impossible
myself.
Whopper. And this is a Impossible Burger 2.0. So they used to have a 1.0, but that one definitely didn't taste anywhere near close to beef. But this one does.
I give it a thumbs up. It's not that bad.
So are you willing to switch 100% of the time, though?
Every time you go to Burger King.
Every time I go to Burger King,
So you're affecting the planet a lot less.
Yeah,
Save the
yeah.
Amazon.
let's
Yeah,
not think
man.
about that.
You're literally burning the Amazon right now, I man.
No, let's think about it from a purely like consumer happiness.
Yeah, dude, who the
perspective.
fuck's thinking about that when they're grubbing on a hamburger, man? That's not.
It's a high bar.
That's a hard battle to beat
What do you mean?
on a pure taste to taste.
Yeah. Shit, man.
Meaning that's a... I mean,
Because
if
we've
it-
been accustomed to this texture and this taste. Like, if a burger was only an Impossible Burger,
Yeah, no,
it'd be...
the way I would put it, if you ate this Impossible Whopper, would you know that it's not beef? Could you tell?
This one,
Like whether it's like close to the Whopper, OG Whopper or not, but would you not
Yeah.
even know that it's beef or not beef?
I don't think you're missing out on much, honestly. Like this. Like, cause it's so flavorless, man. If they would have put some more like seasoning on this patty,
Yeah, yeah.
I might like be a little, but that doesn't matter. They could have put the same seasoning on this.
Yeah, it's the same cook,
Yeah,
so
but
it's the comparison is the same.
yeah, you know what, dude? They're both good. I'm not gonna be a dick and like pick one over the other. You know, but
Yeah.
Go out there and try yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I'm not mad at it. So which one would I choose? Fuck.
Yeah. Now,
So what about the cost difference?
They're like the same, aren't they?
I mean, we have the receipt. You have
Nah, I lost it. I lost the receipt.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Disappeared in.
two.
No, but they're about the same price.
Whoppers.
Oh, no,
Yeah, it's
that's not it.
negligible.
I don't
Yeah,
have
the price
receipt.
is
Both with
This one has a funky aftertaste, man. I'm tasting it right now in my mouth.
I think I'm like.
It's definitely like.
I bet you that's
I can
all in my
taste it
head.
in plants.
I guarantee you that was in my head. I
That's
think so.
good, right? I mean, that's not like a bad taste.
tastes
William will have the
artificial,
final word.
Does
Yeah,
it?
dude,
Yeah.
fucking
With a
will,
follow-up.
I don't
man.
know if artificial's the right
Okay,
word.
yeah, next time.
Maybe I'm
He
just
already
not
ate,
used to it.
so
It's a flavor that I'm not used to. So. But yeah,
All right.
taking into account the whole saving the earth shit.
Yeah.
which is the
This is good enough.
which is the
Healthier-
more realistic
healthier option,
situation.
Yeah.
Better for the planet, saving the Amazon because the Amazon got burned because of farmers or
Yeah,
ranchers.
farming.
Now, do they make steaks? Not yet.
Yeah, and
You can't really make a steak out of this.
They're working on a steak actually. That was hopefully they said that was hopefully gonna be their second product.
Yeah.
But they've been releasing some like sausages with for like Arby's or something like that. I don't know, one of these.
All right, but whenever the steak comes out, that'll be part
Yeah.
2. That's, I think, the true test because
Yeah.
that's just meat.
That'll
versus-
really save the planet.
Yeah, dude, fucking steak. How you can't go wrong with there.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Perfect.
Yeah,
Alright.
if I could eat a plant-based steak, that's what I would do every single time.
But it has to bleed, dude.
Yeah, and this bleeds.
Yeah, you told
Yeah.
me. Why does it bleed? Because they have like a. It's not
Yeah,
hard.
they have this like bacteria that they specifically engineered to grow to produce this specific like heme. We should look up.
Like hemoglobin it's like the combination of two separate proteins, right? Or like heme and
Well,
globin.
hemoglobin is blood.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So heme is like a key component.
It's like a transport molecule, isn't it, for blood cells or something like, or for iron within the blood? That's what hemoglobin is, I think. So, but the reason why you want to replicate that is for flavor, right?
Yep,
Because
exactly.
that's when you bite
It
into
gives
a
it-
piece of meat. It's like that's that savory taste that we taste. You know, we're used to that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
it gives
anything,
it
like
the
we-
color
yeah.
and taste.
But yeah, man. Yeah, I I will report I finished both those hamburgers. It was-
Go to
and I finished the Impossible Burger first because I liked it. Like it got better as I kept eating it. And so fuck, I don't know.
go to impossiblefoods.com. It's a pretty cool website. And there's like a science section,
That's pretty cool. They have like a little side of
and
blood.
looks like blood.
Yeah.
But that's what sets them apart. Go to the science button at the top. Is that they have this component that's very similar to blood, so that's what gives it that flavor
Wow.
and makes it match a real beef patty.
Let's watch that.
So it says tiny molecule, big flavor. All right, let's see this video.
Damn.
Heme is a beautiful iron-containing molecule, and it's essential for pretty much life on Earth. The heme in your blood grabs the oxygen from your lungs and carries it all around your body. And the amazing thing about heme, besides doing all that sort of stuff that enables life to exist on Earth, is that it's also what makes meat delicious.
We were the first to discover that heme is what makes meat taste like meat. It's highly
So basically, heme it's a component that they can add to like plant-based foods to make it taste like meat
Yeah.
and have the consistency of meat. That's interesting.
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with the consistency, right? That's just for
Yeah,
the
probably
flavor.
not the consistency, but definitely the color and the flavor.
Huh.
Yeah.
And potentially, I don't know, I guess the iron.
Yeah, we just got to be careful with the music because we'll get copyright.
Oh yeah. Lame.
It's pretty annoying, but
Yeah.
we get the picture though.
Yeah,
Yeah, we get the
that's
gist.
that's the basic gist. And they actually have they patented a way to make this heme like via I want to say
Oh, they patented this.
Of course they did, dude. Such is
they
capitalism.
inserted it. They modified the DNA in from soy plants and inserted it into a genetically engineered yeast. So they made this yeast specifically produce this heme component.
Yeah.
So that's what allowed them to scale up to now they're at every single Burger King in the U.S.
Damn, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it was like the hottest selling item on the DoorDash app. So people are interested. I don't know if it's because people are just curious ordering these things or if they literally just prefer it over like a regular burger. But I mean, it was good. I'm not surprised either way.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that the smaller impact on the planet had something to do with it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean that's why it caught headlines, right? And it's new shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, plant meat has been around for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like like Morningstar patties.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that never made news headlines and stuff.
But
they
I think
notoriously tasted like shit.
yeah, and I think the fact that these taste very very similar
I think
to
that's
patties,
what it is.
to meat patties, and
Because they like cracked the code finally.
yeah,
It was like a big breakthrough.
right,
You know?
right.
Yeah, like people. Yeah, the objective is to get people on this stuff without like missing real meat.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is targeted towards like regular meat eaters, not like vegetarians or vegans,
Yeah.
because the Impossible brand or company has a mission to help save the planet. So the only way they can do that is not by targeting vegans and vegetarians. They have to target, meat eaters.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and they've convinced me, like their mission and the way they're doing it is I'll definitely eat an Impossible burger
So
meat
it's
every single time I have the chance.
to reduce the need for factory farming, right? Of like raising all these cattle and stuff like that.
Yeah, and yeah, all the food that it takes to feed cows that takes away land
Yeah.
for human food consumption,
Mm-hmm.
and then so there's more deforestation and on purpose to grow more food for meat.
What about the plant ingredients that go into this? I mean, it's like you're substituting one industry for another, right? You have to grow more crop in order to produce these patties and stuff. I'm assuming.
Yeah, they do, but yeah,
I think the
way
impact
more.
on the planet is less.
Yeah.
Overall,
Yeah.
yeah, massively
you're-
less.
Ethically, I guess, if you really do think we shouldn't be eating
Yeah, here we go.
semi-sentient creatures.
96% less land, 87% less water, 89% fewer GHG emissions.
like they're
Greenhouse
comparing
gas.
patty to patty.
Pound to pound.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, this is a big difference.
So this is definitely way better. Yeah, those are big numbers. This
Yeah, and
isn't
if we-
like 2% difference or nothing. That's a big chunk.
Yeah, and if we can get more people to switch over to this, then yeah, it's gonna
It's gonna do good.
that does way more for the planet than getting an electric car like I.
Yeah, solar
purchased.
panels and all that.
Like my vegan little sister, or our vegan little sister, she's making a bigger impact on the planet by not eating beef and meat than I did buying a Tesla.
See, that's the thing, man. They almost have to, part of their goal has to also be make it like a financially better
Yeah.
for like the business, because you're
True.
talking about saving the planet, but the majority of people, we always talk about this, the problem is a lot of people don't know there's a problem with like
It's
the
true.
planet needs to be saved, or they just don't give a fuck. They think they can't really make an impact on an individual level. So in order for this to work, we almost have to do like a switcheroo. I feel like as far as like meat products or what we consume, it has to make sense on a business perspective, maybe.
Yeah, and financially, this company hasn't even like fully scaled up compared
Yeah.
to other food companies.
Yeah,
So there will be it'll get cheaper.
it'll get
and
cheaper.
Mhm.
So then they'll make more money, like a restaurant will, if they're stocking this stuff instead of like meat.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's already boosting sales for anybody that has the Impossible brand meat in their products and
True.
restaurants and stuff like that. So
True.
20 grams of protein. That's a
That's
lot of
pretty good.
grams.
Is there any chance, like somehow, like 5 years from now, we're all gonna get cancer eating this?
Well, it's plants.
that's
Yeah.
that's a concern that some people have, just because it's a GMO, genetically modified.
Shit!
Yeah.
But there's a lot of foods,
Dude,
Like every
Like,
every
fruit.
food is pretty much
Yeah.
GMO.
Every fruit you see at the grocery store is like
Yeah.
unnaturally bright and colorful,
Yeah.
like unnaturally sweet and like delicious.
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
how,
a
like-
banana.
Yeah.
How nice does your bananas look?
They're
look-
all like perfect and mirror images of each other. They all look
They are.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's like not a natural thing,
That's true.
Yeah.
But GMOs are not bad. It's just
Well,
it has a bad rap.
because what is it? You're genetically modifying.
Yeah, I mean, you can genetically modify pretty much anything for good or for bad, and the food industry is pretty well regulated.
Yeah.
And so anything that you're eating GMO wise tends to be a healthy form of food.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's not like
or human
cancer.
consumption.
Yeah, it's not cancer ridden. I mean, so it's not entirely bad. I mean, even Bill Nye has an entire episode dedicated to GMOs. So, have you seen the latest Bill Nye show?
I'm not a fan of Bill Nye.
What do you mean you're not a fan of Bill Nye?
Dude, he's like a fake scientist, man. Just
fake
like,
scientist. He's a communicator.
no, man, fuck all that.
And he runs like
literally pretends to be a scientist. I feel like that's the biggest scam on earth. That guy.
Negative, dude.
Come on, man.
Negative.
Yes.
I mean, he's not like out there doing scientific discoveries anymore, but
He never was. He was never a scientist, but he puts on the lab coat like he is, and he literally tells people he was a scientist, but he wasn't.
I don't know, dude.
So that kind of like supposed to give him like more clout to his.
So he's like Dr.
voice?
Phil, but for science.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing, right?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't like delved into his background to verify.
Oh, I kind of.
I mean, we can verify right now.
Like, is Bill Nye an actual scientist? Yeah, man.
Let's see.
I can guarantee you he's gonna say no.
240 calories for that beef. I mean that
The whole burger?
that plant tasting beef.
Just the patty.
Yeah, just the patty.
That's not bad.
That sounds about
That's
right.
gonna save your life.
What about everything? Let me see everything
Yeah,
else.
what is I guess what's the comparison of
What's it say?
a
It
Whopper?
says Bill Nye the Science Guy is an American science communicator, television presenter, and mechanical engineer.
Okay. Not a scientist.
I mean,
An engineer.
what is a scientist though?
Yeah, I was gonna say one experiment. Would that make you a scientist or not? You have to be paid as a scientist to be considered a scientist.
Have like research papers
research,
published.
some kind of something like that. Yeah. I don't know the exact threshold, but
Nonetheless, it's not like he's spreading misinformation.
I think in some cases he probably does.
I had negative.
I'm pretty
dude.
sure.
Negative.
Yeah.
660 calories for a Whopper beef patty.
The whole what?
So it's 1/3 or
No
almost,
fucking way.
Yeah, just for
It
the
says
patty
the
itself.
original Whopper clocks in at 660 calories. That's everything.
More than half of them coming from the fat.
Well, keep
40,
reading.
40 grams of fat.
The Impossible Whopper comes in at 630 calories. So pretty much identical. 40 grams of
630, yeah, in total.
less fat, a little bit less protein. But that's okay. It's
Yeah.
not supposed to be like some healthy thing. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be like a Whopper, but with
It's
some-
an alternative to
Yeah.
Mhm.
your Whopper. So
I mean, it was good. I'm okay. It's sitting all right. I'm not like belching or anything like out of my ass. I feel okay.
Yeah, the best part is like you don't like you can get straight to work. Like that's my main concern, and it's not heavy like beef is heavy.
It's true.
So it's almost like you ate a salad, but because there's so much protein and it like lasts for the duration that it should last.
Yeah, a lot.
Not like a salad where you're like hungry.
That's like a big concern. A lot of people who are like want to be vegans and stuff, like they're always like, dude, where are you getting your protein from? If all you eat are beans and stuff, So this helps
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, and I drink Soylent, which is a whole nother story.
that's for the efficiency of a programmer, though.
I mean, it's healthy.
Yeah, I mean, but it also saves you like tons of time from cooking
Yeah,
and
the main thing
getting
is,
food.
Tons of time
I
savings.
think that's why you drink Soylent, right? It's
Yeah.
to save that time,
Yeah, definitely.
not necessarily because it's healthy.
Zero thinking. Yeah, just
I still haven't
Drink.
tried one yet.
yeah. Next time we'll do a taste test of that.
It's gonna turn into a cooking show at some point. Like we're just gonna go down this rabbit hole.
Yeah,
what's
we
gonna
got to
happen.
do a lot of like demos, like the Tesla. Oh yeah, autopilot. You got
Yeah, I
to try out
got-
But
today.
yeah,
Dude, I was hella nervous before I stepped in there, man, because I literally thought like we were just gonna take off and like the car's gonna drive itself like
Completely.
completely.
Oh, okay. Nah, not yet. Hopefully, with the next update, it's gonna make a big difference.
Yeah, and the
at the
only
end of
reason
the year, right?
Hmm?
At the end of the year.
No, it should be like at least within a month, something like that.
Uh,
Oh wow, okay.
And the only reason I was nervous is because it's like a new thing, right? I wasn't like thinking the damn thing was gonna run off a cliff or anything like that, but it could.
Well, it basically
it's
almost
happened.
ran that red light.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't recognize the stoplights yet.
Okay, yeah.
But the next update supposedly will.
Okay.
See, I'm
So-
glad you're familiar with it by now.
Oh
You know
no,
what I'm
yes, I'm addicted to the Tesla, so
saying? Are you?
yeah, I have a lot of addictions, I guess.
Do you? Are you
Yeah,
on?
Impossible and Soylent and
Do you get addicted to
Tesla,
like
automated driving.
and now
though?
freaking DCL, Decentraland.
You never have any like substance abuse problems. You never got hooked on booze or like anything like that.
And then I program a shit ton, so Yeah, I have.
What about
no
I have
substance?
optimal positive addictions, I guess.
positive addictions?
Yeah.
Never like got hooked on
All
gambling.
the
or
addictions
anything?
that you do want to have.
Yeah, like you never got hooked on video games or anything, did you?
No, I did. I played a shit ton of Counter-Strike.
Did you? Did you ever get
Hours upon hours Counter-Strike.
A lot of headshots.
Hell yeah. Did you ever play competitively?
Yeah, I mean, it was amateur league.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah.
Back in the day,
Back
that was
then,
the only
there's-
league.
Yeah, there's
Not
no
the
such thing.
professional league.
There were pros, but they're playing for like a fucking new mouse or something stupid like that.
Yeah, I never got sponsored.
Yeah, nowadays
That's
it's fucking
actually
awesome.
what started like me learning to program. I used to make
Mhm.
websites for the clan and
Really?
yeah, so that's how I began the journey that we're at too.
I see a trend here,
Today.
dude. Like a lot of hardcore gamers like somehow end up in like
Yeah.
the programming computer science space.
Yeah, even Elon Musk, created a game when he was a kid and
It's true.
sold it.
How the fuck did that never connect in my brain, dude? Why did I never
I don't think you were exposed to the ability to be able to create games. That's the thing.
You know what interested me in making games was Nintendo 64.
Oh, yeah, Super
Super
Mario
Mario.
64.
Yeah, Super Mario 64. And like the camera would clip into the wall and
Yeah.
you would see like this like alternate universe of like
It's true.
polygons.
Yeah, you would
that's-
see behind the wall, and it's like nothingness.
And I was like, somebody had to like some person had to make that.
yeah,
So and I imagined like somebody like writing the visuals instead of like using a 3D modeling software like we use
right.
for our games.
So what? That piqued your interest,
Yeah.
and you're like, I gotta find
Yeah,
out
and
more.
then William like learned how to make maps and like Duke Nukem
and Duke Nukem
What?
and Doom.
and then later on Half-Life.
What do you mean you
Half-Life
made
maps.
maps?
Yeah, so part of the game included a map editor, and so you would just
Oh.
make maps for the game, and we would just play them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What was it like? Open to the public? Like other
Yeah.
people can play your maps too?
Well, I think you had to upload it somewhere, but we never did that just because I don't think we were aware of that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I was
Yeah.
exposed to stuff like that too, but I just
You didn't do it.
I never did it. I'm more of like a consumer type, I guess. You know, I don't know what it is. Even when I played WoW, there was like, I snuck into like these places that are like, like they're like non-developed zones, but they're like still within the game, which is pretty crazy. Now that I'm like kind of like dabbling in Decentraland and stuff, it's kind of like there's like the servers are live, everything's up and running, but there's like certain ways. Like if you could jump a certain way through like a wall, you could enter like an in development zone within the game, which is crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it was like in construction, like
It even had like a little construction sign in the front, like
interesting.
it's supposed to be like a secret, but like it got leaked or something, so
Yeah.
everybody got in that bitch. And it eventually ended up being like the next expansion or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
But yeah, see, I went through shit like that, and then never I was like, dude, I need to become a fucking programmer or something like that.
Yeah, well now we're shifting you into the creator mode.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Do you want to?
guess
Well,
it's-
actually, let's talk about the app that we're creating.
Or we'll start with the website, I guess.
So yeah, let me start with the website, and here's a quick update of the website. So we created this kind of like a landing page for games that we're creating for the Game Jam,
Mm-hmm.
and so part of the submission would be the ability to deploy these games on any piece of land that any owner owns.
Yeah.
And so the main idea here is to allow other owners to make passive income. And so through this website, you'll be able to sign up, and both landowners, creators, and players can sign up to this website. Landowners can deploy anything that they find on the app. Creators can deploy anything within the app so other landowners can deploy. And then players can find games to play, places to visit,
and track their stats.
track their stats. Say, for example, they're playing the Block Runner game, and they become like the all-time leader.
Mm-hmm.
They can, within the app, just look at their standing within the leaderboards. If they go down one, they can receive a notification or whatever. Jump
Yeah.
into the game and try to get back up.
So is this the platform is eventually going to be exclusive only to content that generates revenue? Or can there be like static stuff?
There can be static stuff.
Yeah.
So we want to create kind of like a place where everyone can concentrate on either deploying new creations, selling their creations, and then playing those creations.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier for everybody.
Yeah, the easiest way to think about it is there's a big need inside of Decentraland for a platform where owners can see some stuff that they can deploy on their land and have it easily, capable of doing that for them. So yeah, we're filling that gap where it's basically an app store for landowners, and they can pick and choose whatever they want and place it on their property.
Mm-hmm. So then we can log in and see the app. So we currently have 2 properties of ourselves and we have a 2x2 and a 1x1, and we have the locations listed here. And if I click on the 2x2, which is probably the more famous piece of land that we have 2 deployments. One's the well-known block runner game, and the other one's a mystery egg.
Yeah, the name of this website is going to be metazone.io.
Yep.
So basically, if you hover over you'll see that there's metas and zones. So metas are the creations that creators make for Decentraland that they can post up on this website, and then the zones are the owners. They can add their property to the list and host some of our metas that have been uploaded into our platform.
Yeah, and so landowners will be able to click on apps that they want to deploy. For example, a landowner can click on the block runner, and let's say they have a piece of land that is empty right now. They can click on it and purchase this game, deploy it on their land, and start making passive income, encouraging others to play on their land.
Where is the price displayed? Because these metas have to have a price, right?
Yeah, so it's right there.
Actually, this is showing the price to play.
Yeah, and then you click on it, you can see cost to host. So for our first game, it's going to be 3,000 mana.
Oh, there it is. Cost to host, right underneath cost to play. 3,000 mana.
Yep.
So how do they get let's imagine in the future when there's like tons of content on here, how's it going to be sorted based on popularity or I guess you could probably add in some kind of like sorting feature. Yeah, like a filter, right? It could be like most expensive to cheapest, something like that, depending on how you want to view them.
Yeah, if you're a landowner, then yeah, we can have those filters added on there.
Makes sense,
it's
right?
like basically an app store. So think of the land being the restriction of games that you can deploy. Let's say you have a 1x1. Well, you're only limited to select 1x1 creations.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Click on one of the properties, the zones.
So, for example, since we have a 1x1, we click on that, and then
and it has some stats right here.
Yeah. So meta's hosted. We have 1 meta. Land parcels 1, height limit is 20 meters, and the building limit is 3 floors. So each floor is 10 meters?
Yep, 10 meters tall for each floor.
And so basically you can deploy up to 2 games here because the 3rd floor you can't really get above it, right?
Yeah, and it has to be like the right games. So we were with the current games that we have, we can't fit anything else on this 1x1. But if we build the 3rd floor, then we have a little bit more room to. Because we only have 2 floors on the current 1x1.
Oh, so you can build on top of the 3rd floor?
You can't because our 3rd floor is going to be right at the 20-meter spot. So you can have a 3rd floor just to have it, just to go up there and hang out.
But you can't build anything up there.
Yeah, no. But we could lower, the scoreboard that you see there in the picture and, make room for a little bit of space up there. But,
it's not necessary.
Yeah, the 1x1. One good game, you could make some good passive income.
But like you said, because they have the jump height, right? Couldn't you theoretically have like 5 or 6 floors within a 20-meter limit or something like that?
Yeah, so the jump height is, I think, 1.8 meters.
Yeah.
And so maybe every 4 meters we can put a
Another
level,
floor.
Another floor, yeah.
Yeah.
But keep in mind that they mentioned that the SDK is going to have the capability of changing the gravity, so you can jump higher or lower.
Mm-hmm.
So we're probably gonna jack that thing up to
Yeah.
to the not to
Yeah,
the
because
max,
I think
but,
a higher jumping height is a lot more interesting for
More
the player.
enjoyable.
More enjoyable.
For that specific game, for sure.
Yeah.
100%. I don't know why. I guess because it takes you longer to land, so the walls coming at you quicker, right? So you don't have as much time to react.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it a little more difficult.
yeah.
No, I
think so.
totally agree. I think, yeah, because I mean, right now the jump height is so low. It looks like you're jumping over those little parking curbs,
Yeah.
and it's like it's not interesting.
Yeah, we're talking about that last week, too. Like, it has to be custom, man. Because you don't know what type of game experience people are going to come up with.
Yeah,
But, yeah, physics of a game is like, it's everything.
It's the most important thing.
yeah.
So now-
So I'm pretty, yeah. They already said so, right, Oscar? For sure, it's going to be custom.
Yeah, the downside is they mentioned it's going to be like later.
after the game jam, like
yeah, after
it's
the
not
game jam.
it's not their primary concern.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
other concerns at the moment
Yeah.
to get situated.
So the other thing we wanted to show you is, I think this is the 2x2. We can go to edit mode.
Look at the different properties for that one before, just you can compare for the one by one.
Yeah, so metas hosted is 2 because we have 2 sort of games or metas. Land parcel is a 2x2, which is 4 lands. Height limit is 46 meters. And then the building limit is 5 floors. So
Yeah, and we potentially will have buildings as metas as well, so
Yeah.
you can have different options for placing stuff. So that'll be fun.
So you're saying you have 5 empty floors, and
yeah,
then
with our current build, we have we'll probably add it to this list, a building meta that is exactly 5 floors.
and then so the owner can style those 5 floors with different metas that they have
Yep,
available within the app.
Yep, exactly. So we have 2 metas on this one, so you can show the editor, or you can even do a before and after with the editor. That's not our music.
Definitely
No.
not.
That's the next door guy.
I guess his stuff loaded faster than ours.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much going on, right?
Yeah, true. It's just it's the default 3D models.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a custom. What do you think, Will? Does that look custom to you?
No, those are the tiles. Maybe not that car. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
If you can call it that.
It's like a little bus.
Oh, but the recent SDK update, it includes sticky floors. So that means you can stand on something and it'll take you
Yeah.
to wherever you want it to take you.
sticky
So that means you can make vehicles.
vehicles.
Yeah. So you could have like a go-kart system
Oh, shit.
somehow.
Like a bumper car?
You could.
Okay, so the one thing that we want to show them was modifying the levels, right?
You can do it with the egg.
Yeah, let's show the egg. I don't think we showed the egg last week, right? It didn't exist.
No.
This mysterious egg.
No, the egg is a new creation.
Yeah, it's a recent.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, where did that come from,
It's ominous.
guys? We didn't do that, did we?
It's just it appeared there.
Somebody uploaded this meta.
Yeah. Somebody
uh,
hacked into our shit and just
and
threw an
just-
egg on there with
and
a
then
timer.
Put a countdown timer to
We
4,000
deployed it
hours.
just to see what it was.
Exactly.
4,000
don't
Nothing
know.
to see here, folks.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. But here's what we wanted to show you.
Yeah.
So we can
Oh, we're going to expose ourselves already.
we can so we want to let's edit the egg.
See, this is so crazy to me, man. Like, that little chunk of that
Mhm.
code, all that represents everything, right? For that egg.
Yeah.
That's so fucking ridiculous to me, man. Because I'm not a coder.
Yeah.
Every time I see something like that, dude, that looks like just straight gibberish.
Yeah, and you can go to the other one, the Block Runner game. So
That one's even more ridiculous.
and you can press that button at the top left to go back. It's kind of like a back button.
The Block Runner logo here?
No, right next to it.
Oh, zones.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to go further back.
That's the whole thing, or can you scroll down? I think there's... Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
So, okay. explain to me since you're the programmer guy.
That-
That's literally all you need to create what's going on in the Block Runner game.
Position the games or position the metas, not necessarily games, because we don't want to call them games because not every creation is going to be a game, right? Some creation is going to be apartments, houses, statues, whatever it is. And those creators can deploy those creations on this MetaZone application.
Okay.
And then any landowner who has access to this application can deploy those creations on their land.
Yeah.
For a price, maybe it's free, maybe whatever it is. Depends on what the creator says.
Okay, so all this stuff right here in this little box, this is just to determine the
Position.
orientation and position. And that's not the code for the actual game itself.
Correct.
No, that's not.
That is not.
Okay.
That is not the code.
That's
Yeah,
why
that's-
I was like, what?
That's
Yeah.
the piece of code that you can modify on the web, on this application, this platform, and that sends it to your property.
Yeah. Makes
So
sense.
for example, we have the game positioned at the X position of 16 meters and the Z position at 16 meters, but then the height position at 0 meters. So this tells me that it's on the first floor.
Yeah.
But if we wanted to, we can put it on the 5th floor,
Yeah.
which is at 40 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
you can use the buttons up top to like adjust you can press up, and it will push it back
Oh, I see. So we can.
5.
Oh, I see.
Oh, gee, that's
We
so
put
cool.
it up against the wall in the center, but that's just you're just translating it, right? You're not moving it up and down.
No, that one's not.
It's not Z.
Height.
It's not height.
We probably won't add. We'll need to figure out how we will, because we're like, that's a lot of coding time to do like a 3D
Yeah.
editor. So
Well, what
we're-
you can
we're-
do is
for now we're
level,
using a 2D editor.
level 1. You have buttons here. Level 1, 2,
Like-
3, 4,
Yeah,
and then once you click 4, then I can translate it.
yeah, that's a good way to do it. We'll have like tabs or that you can jump, and then the drop down, you can move any of the other items,
Oh, okay.
the leaderboards and those little ads that we have.
Okay. That makes sense.
So somebody who creates their own meta,
Can use this in our API, and then once they upload it, then owners can adjust it just like we're doing here.
okay.
Yeah, because maybe somebody deploys a block runner on their 2x2. They're gonna want it against the corner.
Let's say the board game. Let's say
Yeah.
the board game guys submit their board game to this marketplace. What would that map look like? You know what I mean? This part.
Something cool that's kind of related to that same thing is the bounds. So right now you can change the bounds width of the meta.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then you mentioned like maybe
A 2x3.
maybe you want to extend it sideways
Yeah.
for our monthly jams.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Monthly tournament. So you can, if you go to bounds on this list thingy,
Right here.
yeah, and then go to width and then just change it to like 32 or some other bigger number, 20.
Oh, I see. So okay, so let's do this. Let's put it in the center,
Yeah.
and let's put it on the 5th floor, and then let's change the width to 32.
And then remember the ramp is on there, so
Oh, that's right.
something.
Let's do.
And the ramp is
31.
2 meters wide,
Let's do 30.
and then scoot it over all the way to the edge.
On
This.
To the
Right. Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
and then
save it.
Save it. And then all I have to do is refresh. Now, can I click on the leaderboard to refresh or no?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
We will eventually have a QR code that a landowner can scan, so they can log in and modify it, and that'll turn it into like auto update mode. So then you won't have to do this refresh process.
Okay. So now let's refresh.
Moment of truth.
And so what we expect to see is the block runner game on the 5th floor at 30 meters wide, so an extra wide game. And
that adjusts everything. The incoming blocks all widen too. Everything.
yeah, supposedly.
I guess we're about to find out.
We're
right?
gonna find out.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, and keep in mind we're refreshing right now, but in the near future, it's gonna be like
automatic.
So it'll
yeah.
be just instantly bloop. Oh, it's at the top now.
So what's the difference between what we're doing refreshing versus an auto update? Like what
It's just more code that I need to add into our scene.
Okay.
Scene code, so it has that capability.
So that means that if I'm this owner who
Mhm.
deployed this little car, within the app I can translate it and you'll see it live.
Yeah, the idea is that you can go back to the application, the editor, and then can you inspect, like right click, inspect, and then this is Chrome, right?
Yeah, Brave.
Oh, well, I think, yeah, one of those top two icons, I think it's the second icon. Yeah, that one. Well, you can switch it to like phone mode. So this is what people will see on their phone. So an owner will see the editor just like this, and they just click up, down, right, whatever positioning. And
Oh, yeah.
this is what so they can just do it, and then it'll automatically update as
So
they're doing it.
so think about this. You'll be able to be in the game on your laptop or computer, and then with your phone, you can do the translations and move the game wherever you want on your phone, and you can see it happening within the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's freaking awesome.
So the whole idea behind everything right now is just so that you don't have to be involved
Mhm.
ever.
Yep, exactly.
Pretty much. This is like completely self-running, whatever the fuck. You might make updates here and there, right? Just to
Yeah.
like pretty things up and stuff.
Yeah, add some features here and there.
Yeah, but as far as like the content uploading and distributing, it's all self-done. And then like management of the property, you want the host to have all the tools to do it themselves.
Yep,
Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
much.
Yeah, because
That's
what
so
you don't
crazy.
want to do is create this app, this
Yeah.
ecosystem where people download and deploy, and then they ask you, "Hey, can you rotate my game, 90 degrees?"
Yeah.
Just because.
Imagine like the customer service nightmare that would.
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
You need like a fucking 24/7 team on standby, ready to go
Yeah.
in case somebody wants to make an adjustment. That's pretty good. That's crazy. Oh, it's gone.
It's
Yep.
gone.
No longer on the first floor.
Damn.
What did we do?
And we can.
It did take a little long to load. It's not because of the change, right? It's just
It could
Decentraland.
be. I think it could be my laptop, just
Yeah,
because I'm
that's
running
right.
so many things right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't normally run this slow when I'm playing by myself.
Yeah.
But oh shit!
Oh, there's a
what
wall. I think.
We gotta.
Can you go through it?
I don't think so.
What floor is this?
Yeah, what floor is that?
That's the third floor.
Yeah, and I just realized if you extend it all the way, like you did, then you're not going to be able to get in front of it.
What do you mean?
Well, I
Oh.
did. I did 30 meters.
Yeah, but like the ramp is. Oh wait, top floor. Yeah, I guess there could.
I just
be
jumped by.
Dude, nice hats, bro.
some lag jumping.
Like fucking Matrix, that corner.
Dude, I'm the best.
Oh, I know what happened. Yeah, because we need to fix that wall. There's a wall that's a square, but it should be not a square.
This
So
is trippy.
Dude, it's like massive now. The
So
game
because-
is like way bigger.
because you stretched it out the width,
Yeah.
so it made this square extend even further down.
Hold on.
Oh, I see. It's scaled.
Yeah,
basically.
it scaled that wall too, the logo. But yeah, this is what I mean. You're not going to be able to get to the front of it because you used up all the space. But yeah, this is the stuff that a landowner is going to experience. But the cool thing
yeah.
is he's got an editor right there in
Yeah.
his pocket.
So yeah, once this is automatic, I mean, you'll be able to do this.
Yeah,
You'll be able to see it live.
you'll
It's like,
be-
hey, that doesn't look right. I can go in here and change the width to 28.
Mhm.
28. And save. And so eventually this will be you'll be able to see this automatically, but we have to refresh for now.
Yeah.
Well, what did you just do? You just made it slightly smaller.
Yeah.
That's not really going to change anything, is it? Like
It
it's
should.
Well, he should be able to walk around it now.
Oh, okay.
Instead of hacking my way through it.
Yeah.
But the thing that's sticking through like 3 floors, how do you fix that?
Yeah, that's an image. That's a square, but because our game area is like 16 by 10, so it's actually a rectangle. So it sticks down. That image like hangs below the game. Well, on the first floor you don't notice it, but whenever it's on the second floor, you do notice it. So we'll have to.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But that's something that you have to change. That's just
Yeah.
it hasn't been optimized, basically.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, we haven't optimized it for multi floor.
Yeah.
So what I can tell is DCL has definitely improved the loading times and everything. So everything loads pretty fast. Now it's not loading fast right now, but in general,
Yeah, even their latest SDK update, it's definitely a lot faster. We can even demonstrate deploying another egg onto the property.
Hold on, I just noticed something. The heads up display that just popped up only popped up because you got closer to it, I guess. That's on the top floor. Before, you used to just always be there, right? Because it was on the first floor. The
no,
game.
it just loaded slowly too.
Oh, that's what it was?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but eventually we will, since we have different games, like our
Like
game.
each floor has to have its own heads up
Yeah.
display, pretty much.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So now we can walk in front of it. And this is live for anybody to, like, if we were
Yeah.
YouTube streaming live, then that people could join us.
Yeah, all the beta testers,
I
they
guess I
can
can-
test this.
I guess I can jump in. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I'll just go to the
This is
platform and click
trippy.
visit land.
Hold on, let me.
And I'll join you up there. So now it's a super wide game.
Is it easier or harder when it's this wide?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think
I think it's easier, right?
I don't know if it's easier, dude.
We're
I think-
definitely going to change up the game mechanics during the game jam that has just started, at least in Central Time.
I don't know if it's easier. I think it right now is so laggy that it's becoming a problem. Which again, it's probably my 6-year-old laptop,
Yeah.
which did not feel slow until playing Decentraland at all. So
Yeah.
But you can tell that the jump height is not as gamey as it used to be, and it messes with like the entertainment value.
Dude, it looks like there's tons of clipping going on.
There is.
This is because it wasn't like that. Let me see. Like, just stand in front of it, in front of the wall. Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm not even jumping, and it's counting, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it is? Yeah. No, we'll fix all those things.
That has to do with you widening it, right? Because when it was on
No,
floor one.
I think it's the floor thing.
Yeah.
Actually, it is the floor thing.
Oh yeah, because it's counting as if I'm jumping,
Yeah.
and really I'm clipping, but it thinks I'm jumping.
Yeah, because you're up in the air.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. I didn't even think about all that. You good thing we're testing all this. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's why like game testing is an actual job
job?
title.
Yeah.
it is.
I'm here.
There you are.
Holy shit. Look at him.
This is way faster on my computer. Just because I use a smaller window, so it allows it to be a little bit
True.
better.
I'm playing on a 4K screen.
It's a lot of processing power.
Dude, it looks so much better when it's like running smooth. It's crazy.
Yeah, and we have an audience of all the greats watching us play.
Holy shit.
So when are you gonna synchronize all the walls?
It depends on how many games we want to get out.
What do you mean by synchronize all the walls?
So right now he's jumping based on walls that he sees, not the walls that I see.
True.
Yeah, so we want to use the server to have everybody see the same walls.
So I don't think it's important to have syncing, not yet. Maybe
Yeah.
for like the tournament, the tournament that's gonna happen at the end of every month.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
'cause
makes sense.
You
we
want it
can
to
sync it.
You want it to be like a dropout
spectators.
style, right? Like,
Yeah,
you know, you start with 10, and over time people are just dropping out.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's true. We could increase the difficulty in that one, meaning like gradually.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you don't want to be there for like an hour watching these 10 guys go at it.
Yeah, maybe like every 10 minutes you increase the speed by 0.1.
Yeah. Yeah, that's possible.
The speed?
Yeah, the speed of all of them by 0.1.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can
And all of a
just-
sudden, the game's playing at twice the speed.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know if we'll
quick
do
fingers,
that
man.
because then you'll clip through stuff, but we can spawn the walls,
Yeah.
obstacles.
Twice as many?
Yeah, or I mean, you know, in a the delay will be less and less
Oh, okay.
between spawn time.
So, let's see what else. So we showed that the app can make the game bigger, translate the game on height direction, and move the game around laterally in the X and Y direction or X and Z direction.
So now we can deploy a second egg, and then they can see how easy it is to just add a new meta to their property.
Okay.
Yeah, especially iMan, you haven't seen it yet.
Seen what?
This process.
How easy it is to deploy a
No.
new meta to your land.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Could somebody like literally just put like a floating egg like in the middle of their property with no floors existent? It's just floating there in the middle of the air.
Yeah, we can do that right now.
All you have to do is adjust that little height thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's go to zone. Let's go to 2x2, and then let's go to buy more, and then we can choose any of these games here. So right now we're going to choose the mystery egg. We're going to buy now, and then now we have 3 games deployed on our tower. So then on our second egg, we can go in and modify. We're going to put this on.
Yeah, let's leave it suspended. Like, put 5. That should be like halfway in between 2 floors, right?
Well, yeah. So
yeah, put 25.
Okay.
So it can be on the 3rd floor,
Something like that.
but in the air.
25. All right.
Yeah.
We hit save.
Can
And
we-
it's going to be in the center.
Let's say somebody submitted like a cloud that like
Yeah.
rains money or something, rains bitcoins on people.
Yeah.
You wanted to like just float in the air, right?
Catch as many bitcoins.
There you go.
That'd be a cool game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still see you. Where you're
It'd be cool
old
to,
position.
man, I can't wait to see this like happen live. Like as soon as you hit save, all of a sudden there's a freaking egg spawn right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make that a part of our next episode.
I just can't wait till people start submitting stuff,
Yeah.
like content.
So how do you expect to see other people's content? Do you think they're going to be posting links
Yeah,
in the Discord or?
just like the submission process for Decentraland. So everybody that's submitting to the Game Jam, like keep us in mind whenever you're trying to figure out how to make money from your property.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was about to say. Like, dude, do we have to have our own game jams now in order to like get people to start creating?
Well, there is no other platform, so it's like they either shill it out themselves, they can sell it themselves manually,
Yeah.
or they can just have put it on the App Store.
Exactly. Like I was looking in the Discord. There's a guy named Planet VR. I think he creates like houses, like ultra realistic looking houses for single parcels.
So why is this on the first floor?
Oh, because you moved the original egg, not this brand new egg.
Oh, I thought let's go back.
How'd you move?
Yeah, right now it doesn't distinguish between the two. We'll have to figure out how we want. Maybe you can label them something, perhaps.
See, I thought this one was the newer one.
Which one did you click? The top one or the bottom one?
I clicked on the bottom one.
No, that's the original one. Right.
Okay, so but why?
So that's the original one.
But it still says 25 though.
Because you modified the original, meaning the original egg is now instead of being on the 2nd floor, it's on the 3rd floor. Yeah, just go to the 3rd floor.
Oh, I see.
Or I can refresh. and
Yeah,
go.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because the new egg spawns in 8x8, right in the center of a 1x1.
Right in the center of a 1x1. Okay, gotcha. I gotcha. So this quarter here, this one single parcel here, this egg is in the center of that single parcel.
Yeah.
And so when I modified that egg, I thought I was modifying the new egg, but I was actually modifying the egg on the second floor.
Okay, so let's go see what you actually did.
Yeah.
Third floor, right?
Yep, third floor.
Or yeah, it should be suspended on the third floor.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Keep in mind, we'll fix this wall, so no worries, people.
Wow. So yeah,
Now
there's
it's
tons of
super
possibility
ominous.
here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of possibility here, like what you can do, like customizable wise. You know?
Yeah, and that's sort of the point.
And that's why, like
Because-
the first question I asked you, like, this isn't just for like content that generates revenue, because like now you could, you could put like fucking disco balls just floating around if you wanted to, like
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
just to make you guys could be hosting the same game, but you could put in like static things all around it just to make it uniquely your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's whatever creators want to sell to landowners. Like that's what they'll have on that list
So
to
Oscar,
buy.
go
Yeah.
through the process of deploying the same thing without this app. Like if a landowner wanted to deploy the block runner, how would you do it without an app?
Without an app. So it depends. Like, if we would have to give you so you'd have to go to our source code repository if we offered it publicly, and you'd have to download that piece of code, and then you'd have to go to your code editor and drag all the files into the right location, and then you'd have to go into the code itself and modify, the text code, and
Hey man,
add
you think you can do all that?
and spawn, like add the scene.
First of all, I'd have to Google what code editor meant. Like, basically, yeah, I could probably do it, but it'll take me like an eternity to figure
Yeah,
out. Like, I'd have to look up every YouTube tutorial possible.
From a fresh start, it would probably take I don't know.
Is
With good tutorials, I guess maybe like 3 hours, 4 hours to get everything right.
you're giving me too much credit, dude?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
if you're
I
not
mean,
shy with computers, I guess.
It's not the hardest thing to do in the world, but we can't expect people to
And
do this.
That's for every adjustment. So
well, where would that public source code you're talking about even be?
on GitHub.
yeah.
Oh,
So
so
you'd
every game that's on Decentraland is on GitHub.
No, but if we want
If you wanted people to
deploy it, yeah.
Yeah.
you just post it on GitHub.
Yeah, even the submission process for the game jam, they say, "Oh, we can deploy it for you.
But you have to give us a source
You
code.
just have to send us a source code."
Gotcha.
By the way,
Yeah, man, you want everything to be as convenient and efficient and easy as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the goal of life.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
so creators, whenever they submit their creations to this platform, they'll upload the source code as well, or
Yeah,
or
man.
just link, to the
Like us
to the
landowners,
GitHub.
man, we're just investors, man. We're
You guys
speculators.
got the monies.
we got the monies, but we don't got the brains.
So let's be clear. So for others to deploy their game, let's say it's a game or another meta, they would have to give us access to their source code in order to have this functionality.
Yep, correct.
Okay.
Like the mystery egg was uploaded, and we see the source code, so we know what it's gonna do, but nobody else knows.
Okay. So where does the source code get uploaded to directly? Is it your backend?
No, it's actually gonna be like they're just gonna give us a link to their code. So just like DCL,
Okay.
the Decentraland does it for their game jam submission, you can just submit that same exact preview of the scene and the link to the source code
Mm-hmm.
to our creator, our platform.
So that means
So you can go to the I guess we'll demonstrate for landowners how to deploy stuff, and now we'll demonstrate for creators how to add a new
Yeah.
creation to the metas.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
So we want to add a meta. So add a meta there's a button on the top right here. Click on that. It says submit your game or interactive scene you would like to make money from by giving landowners an opportunity to have your unique creation on their land. Quickly get up and running monetizing your creations by filling out this form. It's a preview link. It's a meta title, a brief one-liner and description, and then submit it by click on this review my creation.
And what's the preview link?
So the preview link is the now testing preview deployment that Decentraland recommends.
Is that like where it's just like desolate nothingness and
Yeah.
then just your game
Correct.
in the middle of it?
Yep, exactly.
Which is what we have to do for the game jam.
Yeah. Okay.
And so that's what I'm expecting is that people will post their preview link for all of us to click on so we can see their submission.
At the game jam.
Yep.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And instead they can also add it here. So now they can monetize that property or that asset, I guess.
So the creator
That creation.
who is adding their creation to this Meta app store, they can set the prices to their creation.
Yeah, you can go into the edit mode for the block runner. Yeah, and then you can talk about the monetizing, the split.
So here I clicked on block runner as one of the metas, and then I hit edit meta or view meta. So then here it's live, under review, decline, coming soon, or unpublished.
That's I guess most of this is going to be for us as administrators of this platform, but these are the settings that that we'll adjust. That's gonna, and then we'll unlock some of these settings for the owner themselves to modify.
Yeah, and
The
here,
creator themselves to modify.
Here I can edit the cost of hosting this game, 3,000, 10,000, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah, whatever the creator wants, and whatever we kind of recommend as well. I mean, maybe we don't recommend anything because maybe they just
maybe they just
price it themselves.
Yeah,
based on whatever all the other assets on
and
all the
so
other metas.
The daily pie, all this stuff is something that we set up for our game. Someone else might have different ideas of their pot mechanics.
Or just free. Could be
or
zero.
Free
or
could be
everything.
zero. I mean, not every deployment, not every creation is going to have a pot mechanic.
Yeah.
And so
that's what those options on the bottom are for.
Yeah. So I want to have a daily leader, all-time leader, pot daily, and pot monthly. So these are all APIs that they can deploy for any other purpose.
Yep. You can later on we'll have a documentations tab screen, and you'll be able to see the docs for all of our APIs that so our leaderboards, it's directly tied into this this platform. So how can we demonstrate? If you go to your account and go to history, you can see your play history.
Could I possibly submit my little ghost into here?
Yeah.
You
That'd
could.
be a pretty hilarious test.
Yeah.
How hard is that to do?
These are all the game sessions that Will's account took, right?
So this is everybody.
Did you go to your account history?
No, I went to.
Yeah, so this is our administrator view of what we'll see for all the histories, so we can manage.
So this is all mine.
Yep, that's all your history. Yeah, and we'll add more information for every player, because this is we since we originally only had one game, like we didn't think, like if we did have a metrics at the top, like how would you do metrics for every single game? So we'll have to like figure out where we're gonna place all that stuff.
Yeah.
But eventually it'll just be like a dashboard of all the games that you've recently been playing in and which ones you're about to earn some mana because you got first on the daily leaderboard and how many tickets you have for the raffle for the monthly tournament for each game that has that API enabled.
Yeah.
So it'll be super cool for players as well. So this is a platform for players,
Landowners,
creators, and owners. Yeah.
Does it show the total mana anywhere? Or like monthly or something?
Yeah, for the landowners, we will eventually have that displayed in their metrics.
So you would go to zones, and you have the two zones. You want to see the metrics for the 2x2. You click on that.
Yeah.
And then you can see here that the daily pot is at 9, monthly pot is at 597.
Yeah, like imagine you have like 6 of them, and you want to cut one, just because you want to make
more room for another.
Yeah, eventually we'll have some other button that shows more deeper metrics per meta.
Yeah, but ideally you want to find like the weakest performing one, right, and then cut it. So yeah, it'll have all the stats and like all that.
Yeah.
So you can determine. Which
And
one to cut.
it'll be because if you cut it, I mean you already bought it, so we got to figure out like how we're gonna like manage your inventory of unused metas and used
Basically,
metas.
it's purchased metas, and then there's like a list of deployed metas and undeployed metas.
Yeah, we could do
So
that.
that way you still maintain ownership of the ones that you bought, but they may not necessarily be deployed.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. So you can choose from your inventory. Yeah, you can buy some ahead of time before you even have a property,
Yeah.
I guess.
Really?
I mean,
I mean, you could, but like yeah.
technically we could.
Yeah.
But right now, when that gets added up to the features list. Yeah, and eventually, like this, the eggs won't have these two.
Yeah, you don't. There's
So-
no daily pot or monthly pot for eggs.
But we'll have to like figure out how we can add more visuals or other squares with information for different types of metas.
Okay, makes sense.
So yeah, this is like the version 1.0 of the Decentraland App Store.
I wouldn't call it app. I mean, yeah. What should we call this?
Well, that's why we came up with MetaZone, because these are metas and we help zones, landowners.
Yeah.
So how come this egg is not showing its metadata?
I mean, you deleted it, right? Oh, is that the brand new egg?
That's the brand new egg.
Yeah, by default it has no metadata, so you can just copy in the other one. We'll make a default placement. Yeah, it should be the 8x8.
So that little tiny small square in the middle represents the egg, right? Is that like to correct dimension as far as like the spacing of the egg and the spacing of the parcel? Like that's
It's those bounds are what. So if you change the bounds, technically the egg should resize, but
What
we don't have that yet.
the bounds is what's underneath it, right? The third line of text are the bounds.
Yeah.
Width 1, height 1, depth 1.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a
That-
cube,
It's a cube egg.
So that's kind of like the
the box that.
critical box around the egg or
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, we could make that cube
Hit box.
The
Hit box, yeah.
the collision box, so you don't walk through it.
Something, yeah. You could, right? Like if you were designing like a game.
And also, it
Mhm.
could resize based on that bounds. But right now, we haven't tied it to that.
yeah. I'm just
functionality.
wondering, like,
But eventually, we could do that.
like you could literally have so much.
But the really cool thing is that that piece of information gets sent to the scene, so developers can take that information and do whatever they want with it. So if you want to resize the egg, then you just tie it to the size of the egg, and now the bounds changes the size of the egg. If you wanted to do some other stuff, then that information on the platform will do some other stuff. So the options are pretty limitless.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your predictions, man? Is Decentraland gonna like raise hell over this or what?
I don't know. So that's a good debate that's kind of going on in the Discord of Decentraland. That what is Decentraland's role in this open source
Yeah.
or this virtual world?
Because after looking at this, I mean, it's essentially it's a builder too. It's not just a marketplace, but those little squares are so like custom. You can customize it just like you could a builder scene, right?
Right. But in this case,
But
it's
this is like
This is a
community
creator.
contributed content, not something Decentraland decided. Like
Correct.
this is our content. You can only use this. Blah blah blah. This is like everybody's contribution.
Yeah.
that's the difference.
It's our contribution to the community in a sense as
Yeah.
well.
Well,
Yeah.
us by making it, yeah.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's just another tool for landowners to
Yeah.
finally put some shit on their land.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
You know what I mean?
we're helping speed up the process basically.
Well, and
Yeah.
not only that, I mean, the stuff that we created is for landowners to make money. So
course,
far, everything else we've seen doesn't make anybody else any money.
Yeah, and we don't know how long it's gonna take for.
Yeah.
And the whole idea of like renting out your property, this kind of like cuts
Into that.
yeah, it like eliminates the need to rent out your property.
Yeah, because if you're a landowner, typically you would otherwise rent it out to other people who need land.
Yeah,
But in this case, you would go and download this app and just deploy whatever you find on there that you think is going to make you money.
yeah,
I mean,
So
if we're in this to have an ROI, I mean, why did you buy land that some people have paid $25,000 for? I mean, you're gonna figure out a way to monetize that thing.
yeah,
I mean, otherwise you're gonna wait a couple of years to sell that land for $30,000, which, yeah, it's a gain, but you know, how much did you really gain,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But yeah, I don't think Decentraland's gonna get that mad.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think they'll get mad. The only wonder that I had was if they were planning on doing this eventually as well. But
Yeah.
ours is different. I mean, even if they had their own marketplace, which the community doesn't necessarily think they should, for many reasons. You know, this should be community driven, and if we rely on them to produce every single thing that everybody needs,
Mm-hmm.
then we're going to be waiting around forever. So that's why we kind of jumped in there and
Started creating it ourselves.
created this platform.
So
I was going to say something.
where does the mana go? Like, you have to, like, if I was a landowner and then I buy a meta, I have to like open a new wallet or something like that and connect it to this meta or something. Like, how do I generate my own revenue? You know what I mean?
Yeah, in your account, you can go to your profile, and you'll see an Ethereum address input field. So you just add your
address.
Yeah, your public address, and we'll deposit funds to that address.
Oh, cool. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, man, everything's there.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing we're missing now is content.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
we
to
still
submit.
like the buy process. Like we still something will pop up that asks you to actually pay. Right now, everything's basically free, so that's why we're gonna add in those last few things probably before this video goes out.
Yeah.
So MetaMask will pop down and say, "Do you want to pay that 3,000 mana?" And you'll just click yes, and then you're done.
Mhm.
Like instead of it just refreshing
Yeah.
and being already there.
So you're saying somebody could download this app right now and deploy everything anywhere they want?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What? What do you mean?
You should You should show the zones and like let's put in an address into that input field at the top.
Oh, okay. Well, this is an address, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably one that you probably used in the past.
Yeah, so let's use this.
So somebody's because ours is already listed on there.
Oh, so this is okay. Yeah, this is ours.
Yeah, that one's ours. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can click it if it is ours.
But you're trying to see someone else's who has like way more zones or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How are we gonna get their address though?
It's available on the marketplace. Like
Oh yeah, that's right. Everybody's
Yeah.
stuff's
Yeah.
out there. Yeah.
So we can go to the marketplace and then randomly find a property, and hopefully it has more than one property on it.
Let's go find Maddie's.
Oh yeah, we can do Maddie. That's a good example.
Let's find anything with DCL Blogger on it.
Yeah, because now Maddie has to readjust his thinking. Like maybe he doesn't want to sell all of his properties, and now he can monetize all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Get an ROI, in a different way.
Oh, you said the game jam started at midnight our time though, but it's not our time, right?
It's not.
Okay. It's probably somebody else, some other time zone.
Yeah, the beginning of it.
So when are we gonna submit? We don't know yet.
Well, yeah, and I've been working on this platform the whole time. I haven't done any game ideas development.
Oh, okay.
We can just go to ours, like I guess on the map. You can go to and then go to our location, and then all of the properties around it are supposedly still Maddie's.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, I thought he sold them all.
Did he? I don't know. Even then, you can still find his old address in the list of transactions.
I mean, he's got property everywhere, dude. It's kind of hard to find. Yeah.
So this has to be his.
Perhaps.
No, that's definitely not his.
Let's see if I can find it. But yeah, every time you click on, like at the top, there's that address in the URL.
And if anybody watching this has like no idea what the fuck we're doing right now, this is Decentraland's land marketplace, essentially. This map shows every little plot of land that's for sale. Everything that's highlighted basically is for sale. Everything that's grayed out is already sold. So I guess we're looking through this marketplace to try and find somebody's address that we can.
This
copy
must be
and
it,
paste.
right?
I don't know, but it looks good enough.
Yeah, we can really look at anybody's, but yeah, we don't want to step on anybody's toes that we don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
put their shit out there on blast. Yeah, I guess you're right.
which
at
doesn't
that.
matter because
We didn't even ask Maddie either, though.
most of these properties people are selling.
True.
Is that?
Yeah, man, look at
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a.
yeah, what the
Okay, so this is you already copied his address, right?
yeah.
Wow.
Anyways, just click on any one of those, and the point
Oh
is.
yeah, that is him. DCLblogger.com. That's him.
Cool.
Jesus Christ, Maddie, dude, what the hell? We have so much fucking land.
So now, we can jump into that land and see what's on that property, or we can click buy meta and deploy. Not deploy, because we're gonna need owners to sign a
yeah.
message to verify that it is them.
So even if he went to this link and tried to deploy the block runner,
Yeah, nothing would happen.
nothing would happen.
Yeah, because we still need his information for us to be able to. He still needs to give us access to deploy to his properties. So that's the last step that we'll do, like a demonstration.
And how does he do that again? Like
Just like
through DCL, right?
Yeah, just like I don't know if we showed it in our podcast, but whenever we launched, Iman gave me access to deploy.
Yeah.
So all you do is go to your account.
Yeah, there's like an option there.
Yeah, go to your estate. It's
then
give
permission,
Mhm.
and then enter your address,
Yeah.
right?
And then we'll provide our address
Okay.
that we're gonna use to deploy stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
All the checks are in place, dude. It all works out.
Yeah. The problem is we're not gonna have it automated. We need
Yeah,
DCL's
that's the one
help
step, right?
to assist in the automation process of deployment, because one of us is gonna have to every time
Yeah.
a new
Request.
new zone is added to our platform and they choose something to deploy, then we'll have to manually deploy it onto that, just like I do that
Damn.
really easily every time to our 1x1 and our 2x2.
Yeah.
All right, so we're on Maddie's land here.
So yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of nothing
Yeah.
right where you're standing, so yeah, it's a good plot for
A game or something.
Yeah, and I guess what Maddie can do is just jump into every plot of lands and his places and see which one looks like the most popular zone, and then deploy to that property.
Yeah, it's probably going to be somewhere where there's a lot of foot traffic, like something that's popular.
Yeah, exactly.
What is that?
Or near a road, that'll be another
See, I'm going to
good
predict.
area.
I'm going to predict there's going to be a day where we walk into Decentraland and pretty much everything is going to be interactive, and there's going to be everything that's going to be like mana-based cost transactions,
If MetaZone does its job, then I think you're gonna be right.
and there's going to be a lot more custom creations than like these standard trees and stuff and benches.
Essentially, it's supposed to mimic like real life, right? I mean, if you go walk out your door,
Yeah, there's
the only
nothing.
nothing's free in this world.
Yeah,
Only shit that's free is like even where you live is not free, but you don't have to pay $10 every time you walk through your front door. Well, actually, you kind of are, but like not up front. You know what I mean?
yeah.
There'll be like public parks, I guess, like the DCL plazas or like the public space. But yeah, just like if you walk down to any shopping center anywhere, if you could do anything anywhere, you got to pay some money.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're right. Eventually, this virtual world is going to mimic reality as best as it can. You know, only thing that's gonna be different is like the physics. It's gonna be like it's gonna be freestyling. Hopefully, everything's gonna look crazy.
I think there's going to be ads everywhere. I think there's going to be like ads to be like, click here to teleport and play the block runner.
That's what, yeah,
And
for sure.
and then there's going to be like, people are going to post like leaderboards of the block runner just on their piece of land, just so they can just
Well, flex.
yeah.
It's like I'm number one, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just like we have the image upload. I mean, eventually we'll have an image uploader for screenshots of properties. That image uploader could.
Well, we got to be careful with image uploading, just because people could upload any image that they want.
Well, yeah, we can have a vetting process. Like it'll just not be visible until.
Maybe we can hook it up with like Google AI or something where they can
Check if it has boobs.
or anything.
We want boobs. What are you talking about? Send me your boobs.
But I was going to say that just like you mentioned, the ads everywhere. Like we can have an ad meta.
Yeah,
and then
for sure.
You upload an image along with with your deployment.
Mm-hmm.
Or whenever you purchase the meta, you can add whatever image you want.
I think I saw somebody working on something similar on Discord. So I mean that wouldn't be too hard. It's basically a square with an image on it. Yeah,
no, ads are definitely super easy, but making it a platform where an owner can deploy an ad at will, that's
different.
Yeah, that changes things. And it's an image selected by an owner anyways, so
right.
We don't have to do that much vetting.
Well, that owner could be nefarious. That's the thing. They could be like, I want to display, severed heads.
Yeah, true.
Which some people it's okay, but I would imagine most people are not okay with that.
It would be like Instaban to our marketplace. I guess the App Store.
Dude, that's a lot of ethical stuff that we got to deal with too.
Meta Store.
So you're saying we're gonna have to create the rules like what's cool, what's not.
I mean, let's just put it this way: anything that's not illegal.
I mean, we could do what DCL does, which is like that flagging process, which is a lot of what the online internet uses anyway. So as soon as somebody flags it, it can go hidden.
But if you look at the Apple's App Store, they manually check every single submission.
That's what I mean. Like it'll get flagged, and then administrators will look at it.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Or you can do like.
But Apple looks at every submission.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the walled garden.
Yeah.
We don't want to go at that level.
Yeah, maybe we don't need to.
Maybe in the beginning we do. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, it's not like we're gonna get like 1,000 submissions a minute or anything. Like we could sit there and look at one and be like, yeah, this is cool. Like I said, if it's like.
But if it's like some mini game about like molesting children,
of course.
I mean,
that's a big negative, sir. That's a no for me, dog. Like hell no, you're not getting in.
Yeah. That takes a lot of development time, so I don't think anybody.
Yeah, I agree.
Dude, you underestimate trolls, man. Like someone would definitely do something like that. Like if they thought they can get it through the platform and like get it deployed.
Yeah,
I guarantee you somebody would do something like that just to like fuck with everybody. Some people want to just see the world burn.
It would be like
15
minutes of shame because. Instead of fame, because he's just going to be automatically hidden.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as 3 flags go. Like,
you think there should be some type of like a content creator rating system so people can have reputation scores?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I never even thought about like star system, like
something, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean, like
that way,
or
like
filtering what good apps there are out there.
Yeah, you see the meta that's created, and you see like who made it.
Yeah. Not only that, like the creations that creators make that get deployed by owners, those owners might find bugs, and it's up to the creator to fix those bugs. Like we can't do anything about it.
True.
Like we don't know what the fuck this
is.
So
if the guy you purchase this apartment, you deploy it, there's glitches in that apartment.
It's kind of like Fiverr, right? Have you ever used Fiverr?
I've never used Fiverr, but I know what you're talking about.
Fiverr? It's like if you wanted somebody to design a logo for you.
Yeah.
Or maybe like build a website for you or something like that. Yeah, like you pay them some money, they do it, and then you get it. But you could still make adjustments later on down the road.
Yeah.
By paying them more?
Or what? Well, yeah, you would have to. In this case, you would have to because
in this case,
you would assume that the person purchasing these metas doesn't
maybe-
know how to code.
maybe
well,
you just-
so what happens is the rating system. So
Yeah.
the owner
Oh, yeah.
rates it 1
Well, that's
star.
what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
So
If-
you can leave it up
so
to the
It's
the
ins-
developer
to-
whether or not he wants to charge more for like extra service. Maybe he doesn't want to charge because he wants that higher rating, right?
right.
He's like, yeah, I'll help you out, bro. You know,
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
and then
if
he
you
gets-
change your 1 star to a 5 star, I'll definitely do what you need.
yeah,
Because nobody's gonna deploy your 1 star.
yeah, your
meta.
1-star thing.
yeah,
why
if,
would they
if you're a
gamble?
developer with 1 star, that means you got horrible
Yeah,
customer service. I
that's
guess
right.
development skills.
that's too.
Yeah.
That too.
No, that
So
does
now-
need to be implemented, but that's not like critical.
No, we'll
No,
we'll
not
do
yet.
the vetting in the beginning, and that's why we have the statuses. So that's why there's a couple different
Yeah.
metas on our list already that are at a different status level. So one's under review, another one is live, our
Yeah.
block runner's live, and other stuff is coming soon. Stuff that we're going to deploy to the game jam.
Basically, that's how we communicate with the creators that it's under review or
Yep.
something's live.
Exactly.
Okay. So we're in about an hour and a half. Anything else that we want to show?
Damn, we're serious?
Yeah.
God damn.
Time flew by.
Yeah.
It really did.
So
You
we
sh-
talked about the app.
You showed the whole website. Was there anything else from the website that
I don't think so.
the FAQ is going to be filled out more and more?
Yeah, we can go to home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go. Yeah.
And the only thing that this website doesn't have is like all the animation stuff. But yeah, we got the facts here. Questions that we've seen before.
Yeah, and we'll add more.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it for the app side. As far as games go,
I don't know if we want to talk about that yet,
okay.
like these specific games, but we've sort of teased them already.
Yeah, they're on this list.
They're on the list, so
Like a description of each one.
yeah. Well, it's not a description; it's just like the name.
Name.
Yeah.
Well, if you click on it, it is a deeper description.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
And a lot of games, the name like really tells you what's going on. Almost.
I don't know, man.
Like graffiti wall.
You-
That's pretty self-explanatory.
I don't think so. I don't think
No?
they'll. No, I don't think. I don't think they'll figure that out.
Yeah, we have different unique twists on what it obviously looks like that hopefully make it more enjoyable.
Yeah. No, I'm just looking forward to having more content on.
I guess the only thing that's gonna
Tell me what block hole means.
block hole. It sounds dirty already. I don't know, man. Well, I do know, but
you're right.
I'm biased.
Just
obviously.
by the name, you can't know what that is.
Not with black hole. I mean, it's black hole. Hopefully, you make that correlation. Some type of something's going on here.
And not all the games that we're working on are on this list, by the way.
Yeah, and I don't know if we want to ask the community for assistance. I don't know.
Well, we are getting assistance on one game, right?
Yeah, but I'm talking about not for the game jam necessarily, but for this.
Oh,
Yeah.
for feedback and all that.
Well, feedback and I don't know.
Testing.
Eventually, we'll need some more developers to join in the bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll
Oh,
be
yeah, for sure.
interesting.
I think we got to get it to a point
Oh.
to where we can deploy it and have people use it, and then we can start bringing on people to.
You know what you could do is look at the egg. Click on the egg, and then you can talk about. Oh, for creators.
the split.
Or how have we decided on? So, whenever an owner pays for a meta, like
It should be like the
The
App
plat-
Store,
our-
70-30.
yeah, our platform is going to take 30%,
Yeah.
and the creator is going to get 70%.
Yep.
So
That's like the upfront transaction. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
so cost to own this meta.
Yeah.
essentially.
So if you create like an apartment, like a 1x1 housing facility,
Yeah.
you can sell that for 10,000 mana,
Yeah.
and so you would take 70% of that, so 7,000 mana,
Mm.
and
Yeah,
the
so-
platform would take 3,000 mana.
Mm.
basically, creators can price it at what amount of money they want to take home.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. But if it's some type of revenue generating content, then that's all divvied up between
So it depends on the game. Really, it depends on the mechanics.
But could you adjust it however you want? Like if you're the
Yeah.
So
If somebody creates some game with a different mechanic than ours,
yeah.
will they have the ability to adjust? Like,
it depends on our API. Like
Maybe there'll be like negotiations, right, between the landowners and the dev. Maybe. Oh no.
no, it's definitely going to be the same across. Like a creator is not going to adjust it based on the location, so it's going to be
Yeah.
the same. Just like our block runner, like it has to be the amount of money that we charge. It has to be the same as
Across the
what
board.
everybody else charges.
Yeah.
It's true.
Otherwise, you can undercut everybody because you don't mind charging 1 mana
Yeah.
in your property,
It's true.
which doesn't really help. The pot size and
plus, I mean, if you have a land close to downtown, I mean, you have an advantage over everybody, right? Because you're closer to downtown, you get more walk-bys, so you just have that advantage, even though it costs the same.
yeah.
So there's an incentive for you to deploy the block runner there.
Yeah.
yeah,
You're gonna get the majority of the traffic,
Right.
I would think.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
yeah. There's definitely a lot to
Yeah.
go over in the future.
Yeah. A lot of this stuff can't be solved by the three of us.
We'll actually be like, how we always talked about making videos of stuff that you find in Decentraland. Well, now all that stuff is gonna be right in our faces.
Yeah. It's going to come to us.
So you could make videos about new metas that have just been added to our platform.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude! I'm
Yeah.
totally gonna do. I
So you
just, I
can
just told
review.
Will, I set up everything in my house today. I got my webcam ready. I got my second monitor ready to go. I got my little dick mic. I got everything. I'm ready to fucking start making review videos. I guess is what you would call them. Not
Yeah.
a review.
yeah,
'Cause
it's
you,
like
you don't want to like.
it's not an announcement.
It's not up to me to determine whether or not. I just want to play.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to experience everything as much as I can. You know what I mean?
Have
Yeah,
you
it's-
gotten access to it, the
Not yet.
beta yet? Dude, you should
Well, I haven't
ask.
even asked, honestly.
Yeah, you gotta- you
it's
gotta
not gonna
ask.
just magically show up in my lap. I need to ask Toonpunk, right?
Yeah.
Be like, hey, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You left me.
Well, yeah, and Will should put in a good word.
A good word.
Like, I vouch for this guy. He's a solid man. Hell yeah, man. But I'm not gonna do that yet.
So-
It's gotta be open.
So
Yeah, I
what do we
think.
want to do for the Game Jam? Are we going to deploy this app for Game Jam or?
Well, I mean,
I don't
Here's the thing.
think so.
Here's the thing. I think we should, for all the deployments that we have, or all our submissions, we should have like a little QR code that links back.
oh yeah, it's gonna have all the good content that leads back to our system. I even want to put in a screenshot of the mobile app.
Oh yeah,
in demonstration mode,
like put it on a phone too.
like different screens.
Like within the
Yeah, within the
Submission?
whatever we submit,
okay.
just so they understand, because a lot of it is going to tie into the mobile app, so
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
we'll need like that easy demonstration that this is not just a scene in Decentraland. This is
Yeah, we
connected to something.
We want to be
powerful.
clear that this submission is not scenes, right? It is an ecosystem that everybody can use.
Yep.
That's our submission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can add onto our platform. You can add a piece of furniture to it and sell it,
Yeah.
Exactly.
or a whole house.
anything.
A house, anything, a plant,
Like
whatever.
you've already shown how small it is. Like that little egg
Yeah.
is like a little tiny blip on that whole parcel. You know. So
Yeah.
you
It's a pixel.
just extrapolate exactly. So you can just keep adding more and more stuff, which is good. You know, because you're gonna have access to like a big pool of like hopefully awesome content. You know,
Yeah.
so the thing I was worried about is having like too much of this stuff, like the block runner game everywhere.
Yeah,
But maybe it won't be that big of a deal. Like a bunch of block runners, but they'll all be uniquely their own because they're gonna add in
Yeah.
like other shit, like,
Yeah.
right? Other static content or
Yeah. Once we get NFTs deployed as well, like you'll have the block runner game, but somebody will have their NFT, displayed like in their living room, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's what's cool.
definitely
That's what I like about it.
doable as well. Yeah, and hopefully this inspires Decentraland.
yeah, the creators especially.
Because what Decentraland as a team should provide is tools for the community to take advantage of. So what we took advantage of, that they recently, if you go to zones, like that image is a part of their API. Like this image
Mhm.
is
Yeah.
retrieved just like their marketplace retrieves an image, and that's something that they provided out to the public to take advantage of and to utilize and
Basically,
upgrade
Decentraland
their
wants people to
capabilities.
use this API,
Mhm.
right? That's why it exists. That's why we create APIs. We want people to use them.
I guess we're one of the few people that have probably used this one specifically.
Yeah.
Maybe DCL Plazas too.
Yeah, I haven't checked it out. That's really good.
They have like their own little map
Yeah.
display, but it's the same thing,
Yeah, and like he could like help us out by, like we can link to that map.
Yeah, for sure.
We can do a bunch of collabs.
Yeah, if you go to dclplazas.com, they have a cool little map where you can teleport to any of the famous locations of DCL.
Yeah, because we don't want to make our own competing map. Like that would just like defeat development time.
I think
Let's
Let's
join forces and
we don't need to
make each other's lives easier. So hopefully this also makes Decentraland's life easier, because now they don't have to necessarily do this if it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool.
Very good.
All right. Well, I guess you'll be seeing more of us in the future.
Yeah, just like we always do. Like, we'll give little updates here and there on this. I'm sure it's going to keep changing.
Yeah.
Everything always does.
Yeah, and based on everybody's feedback, they can join the Discord. We're on there chit-chatting away.
Yeah. And I like the fact that we're kind of documenting this, because it might be interesting, a year or two down the line.
We pretty much documented everything. Like,
for the last 6 months bull run. We've been doing this for 6 months, man.
Yeah, this podcasting thing.
We kind of that's true.
We both thought about that.
We started at $3,000 Bitcoin, and we went all the way up to 14. Now it's down to 10.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
So
I wish we would have all dove in at 3,000.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hindsight's a bitch, ain't it? Like fucking hey, dude. So, but at least we're doing this right.
Yeah, we're not missing the boat on this one.
No, definitely not.
Exactly. If anything, we're building the boat.
Yeah, we're captains.
Or trying to, at least.
We're building that yacht.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That engine on the back of that boat.
So, yeah, make sure you follow us. And for those listeners out there, if you want to see what we're talking about, go to youtube.com and find The Block Runner. And make sure you follow us on Twitter at The Block Runner. And we'll be posting links to the previews so that everybody can go visit. And you don't even have to have a beta access to visit these lands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
what's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So those people who just click on the link, they'll be able to see our creations and play
during the game jam.
Yeah, you could go to one of our games.
Quick question.
Go to Metas and then you'll see the preview button.
Yeah, quick question. It's got the Block Runner logo at the top left. Are we gonna have to create a logo for this metaverse?
Yeah, we'll probably need to create that preview button.
Okay.
So these previews, again, you don't need a beta access account.
Yeah, and the cool thing is this preview uses an older SDK that has the low gravity.
Oh, nice.
So
the intended gravity that we wanted.
Take a look at
that
it.
They took away from us because we were.
Yeah, because we were like dominating. Like we're giving them too much power. Let's just
These
cut away.
These guys are doing too good too soon. So let's cut the jump height.
Go ahead and give me a nice solid jump, Willis.
Hopefully it works because
it's still loading.
Oh shit! Never mind.
Maybe it's behind you or something like that.
Oh, I don't think there's like a character in this, is there? Like an avatar to jump around with?
No, there is. Yeah, you behave just like a.
Oh yeah.
Try refreshing it. Let me make sure it's the right link. Yeah, it is. So this is our 1x1.
Oh yeah.
So a landowner doesn't need the beta access to check out this demonstration of the Block Runner.
It's just interesting seeing these games, these deployments within Decentraland, because you really get a good perspective as to like what's going on within the world.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. We're not seeing.
Yeah,
anything.
we don't know what's going on in the world now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be because they pushed out a new SDK. Maybe that's this one uses an older one, so they're like, "Yay, these guys found out a way to use the low gravity. Let's not have that." No, I'm sure there's some bugs
I don't
somewhere.
think that had anything to do with it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just a bug.
Yeah.
But you can jump pretty high, dude. This is like,
Yeah, that's the ideal
Dude,
one.
no, that was a jump?
yeah.
No way. It used to be that high? Wow. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll fix it whenever, and we'll provide all the right links in the description of the YouTube and podcast.
All right, cool. So, anything else? I think,
No, just get involved.
yeah, look out for our links, our preview links, because we're going to be showing off new games.
Oh, yeah, and if anybody wants to submit under our...
Oh, yeah, make sure if any developers listening to this, watching this, make sure you use our link, because any submissions that you use will get you 200 mana. And so,
Yeah, automatically.
yeah, that's it. You submit it, automatically you get 200 mana.
This is something that Decentraland provided, not
Yeah,
us.
yeah. September 16th all the way to September 30th. So you got 2 weeks to submit something.
250 grand at stake.
Yeah, and go
Can't
ahead.
forget about that.
350 grand mana.
What?
350,000 mana.
Nah, dude. I thought it said $250,000.
No, it's 350.
They
No,
changed it or what?
Go to Decentraland's main site, the homepage.
No. It's the first place is 350,000 mana. Altogether,
Oh,
Yeah.
altogether it's like, I think
It's like
roughly
around
250,000
Yeah.
That's what it says.
US dollars.
Yeah. Yeah. Cash money, but not really. It's more like cryptocurrency. But
Even
also,
better. Even better than fiat.
also land. They're handing out tons of land.
Yeah.
The incentives there, pretty much is what I'm saying. There's tons of good reward at stake. You know.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see all the... Because visually we can't compete. Like, we can make cool interactions.
There it is.
Win over $250,000.
Submit your creative scenes, blah, blah, blah.
So 200 lands.
Jeez.
So 2.5 million mana plus 200 lands, equivalent to roughly $275,000 in USD in prizes. So first place is 350,000 mana.
Plus land. It doesn't specify how much land, but I'm assuming
Yeah, that's where the
Pretty
rest of
good
the...
chunks.
Where the amount of... The total amount kind of comes in. Because of the minimum... Cheapest land right now is like 10,000 mana. So... But it goes all the way up, so...
10,000 mana. How much is it? I don't think. Is it?
So the amount of lands
Yeah,
that they're
you're
going
right.
to give
You're right.
away...
You guys notice
kinda
this,
adds
right?
up.
What?
Rewards above 50,000 mana are subject to an irrevocable 6-month vesting schedule.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine with us.
Which means that, let's say you win first place,
Yeah.
it takes 6 months of vesting before you actually receive 350,000 mana. So basically, it's payments in 6 months.
It could be in chunks, like...
Why are they doing
1/6 every single month.
Just so you don't dump the mana as soon as you get it.
Yeah, I guess
Because
with
it-
mana, there's not much volume going on in mana.
Good chunk of mana.
Yeah, you're right.
And plus, I don't know if it looks bad, but it might look bad. It's like as soon as you win, you like dump it all. Like let me get rid of this. You know, like that doesn't look good
Yeah. But at the same time, developers got to eat.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Anyways,
But yeah, that was it. All right, thank you guys for listening.
Peace.
peace out.